Parashat Shelach Lecha, in a Seder replete with getting things drastically wrong. Looking at the land of Israel and only seeing the bad. We have a glimpse into how we can perceive things through the lens of the Ramban. The Torah tells us after the whole spy fiasco, Torah digresses and introduces a few different topics. And one of those topics is if a community or an individual sins and gets things wrong, denies the whole Torah. Says the Ramban, we are talking about here about a child, for example, who was brought up in a non-Jewish environment, didn't know that they were Jewish, or mistakenly believes that the Torah, Judaism, is no longer relevant, no longer being practiced. And such a person has a way to redeem themselves. They simply bring a sacrifice at the time that they become aware of their previous wrongdoing. And yes, it wasn't deliberate, it was shogeg, it was an accident. Now here's a Jew who's doing everything wrong, practically living a lifestyle that contradicts everything in Torah. Yet for the Ramban, this is the scenario the Torah says you can fix it. Doesn't have to remain the way it is. So within a broader narrative arc that has people perceiving and using their eyes to condemn, to belittle, to besmirch the sanctity, the greatness of the land of Israel, towards the end of the parasha, we have a different lesson. We don't need to be God's policeman. In fact, we're not Hashem's policeman. If Hashem can find a way out for this individual who's transgressed everything, denies everything about Judaism that we hold dear, and we can understand that such a person, through mistaken theology, philosophy, ideology, reached that place, then that's how we should look at everybody. We should never use our eyes to condemn. Never use our perspective to belittle or besmirch. We should make sure we see everybody in the most positive light. And perhaps if we can start by looking at people, then Bezrat Hashem eventually will be able to see the land of Israel for what it is. The beauty and sanctity. Ki mitzion teitzei Torah can only happen when we recognize the unique nature of every single Jew and the unique nature of the land of Israel. So let's keep trying. Reaching our national destiny, our fulfillment as a nation, using our eyes only in the correct way. Never to condemn, only to compliment. Never to hate and only to love. And that way will bring Hashem's wish for humanity to fruition. Shabbat Shalom.